Good morning, everyone. It's been a long time. I appreciate y'all hanging in there for me. Um, I actually just got back from a vacation, and I kind of wanted to talk about that real quick here. I had three different stops on it: Atlanta area in Georgia, Venice, Italy, and then Munich, Germany. So I do want to go over all those, starting with Atlanta, and kind of talk about what I saw. Now, we got the airport, obviously. That's where I flew in. It's a huge airport. So it's definitely providing tons of jobs out in the Atlanta community. So it's exciting to have something like that for everybody to find work. So it's important, especially with everything going on right now. Um, Lots of natural capital out that way. It was beautiful, green. I got the chance to go to a local state park. It was absolutely gorgeous. There were people out there fishing, having picnics, boating as well. So that was nice. I did get to go travel through some small towns. They looked beautiful, very kind of old school, where there wasn't a whole lot going on. Everybody kind of knew who each other were. And then I ended up out at my family's place, and that was kind of a little bit further out, a little bit more secluded. So I ended up having to drive, 10, 15 minutes to get to anything at all, which is a good and a bad thing. So if you want your privacy and not have to worry about that big city life kind of creeping in on you, it's perfect. But, if you had an emergency and needed to get somewhere quickly, it's going to take you a little bit to do that. So there's that downside to it as well. But I generally enjoyed it. Um, I got to go to a grocery store like any other place. I did find a spice mix that I had been missing out where I live that they no longer sell. So I had to scoop up a couple of those real quick. Brought some of my southwestern foods to my southeastern family. They all seem to enjoy that very much there. And then I did end up at a small mom and pop shop for a meal. So I'm glad to see that they have those available out there too, because those kind of add their own little charm to a community. Again, employment, something to take people to. I was not the first of my family to visit this little place, so it is something that people do recognize as a value and something to go to. So yeah, that was Atlanta for me. I did go to a Renaissance fair as well. I can't believe I almost forgot about that. That thing was amazing. It was my first time ever going to one. It was so fun. Everything medieval, which is a time period that I like to study about. I like the history of it all. But then you add all the fantasy creatures in there too: elves, trolls, witches, wizards, all that good stuff. I even saw Deadpool at one point, so somehow he snuck back into the past. I was in regular clothes. I didn't, have anything. It wasn't a plan of mine to go to this, so it was pretty random. But again, good to see people from all different walks of life, all different species. In this particular instance, walking around, getting along together. I hope that they keep that thing going for a long time. All right, well, I'll catch y'all later.